What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 37 of the XtraSlice, brought to you by the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Akatsuki Durag, Madrid Devon.
Hello.
And the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Look, I knew Spelunky 2 was hard, but this is kind of ridiculous.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about the fall anime season, the Xbox Series X being out in the wild, Steve in Smash, and cross-gen game confusion. Alright, so, Jalen, Spelunky, what's it like? Are you playing it on Steam, PS4?
Steam.
You're playing it on Steam? So it came to Steam finally? I knew it was PS4 exclusive for like a couple days at the very least.
It was about a week.
Okay. Well, yeah, I have it on there, and it's just... it's part of the backlog. It's one of those games that, like, I have it on my console, so if the itch to play it is there, I can go play it, but, I mean, just how things are running right now, it's not the game that I need. I don't need stressful games. I just kind of want to enjoy myself, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm having harder time learning this than, let's say, Hades, because this is platforming. Like,
okay.
Platformers always take me longer to learn.
So, Hades. That's the other thing. Madrid, have you been playing Hades at all?
Ooh, yeah, Hades fucking slaps. Oh,
right.
my God. I've been, like, balls deep into Hades. Like, I haven't been playing much of anything else. Like, whenever I get free time, Hades. I get downtime, Hades. I've only made it to Elysium, though. That's, like...
Look, I'm going to say... That Minotaur is a problem. I don't care if it's the mini-boss fight where you fight him alone, or is in the actual fight where you have to fight him and Theseus. That freaking Minotaur is a problem.
Wow, bro, that shit's intense.
Oh, no.
I've only made it to him once, and I had, like, a god-tier build.
Alright, so Jalen, I think you were saying in the Discord you beat the game?
Oh, I beat Hades. I've completed
He's
3 runs
Hades.
so far. I've completed 3 runs so far.
Nice.
Oh.
Monster.
Well, I have questions, but I don't want to spoil the game. Like, I know there are a lot of people who are still waiting to pick it up and haven't gotten a chance to play it or, like, beat it yet.
Yo,
but,
go play
like,
Hades. Like,
Go play Hades.
yo, the voice acting is amazing, and I
everything
really
about that game is
I
amazing.
haven't heard the same line.
Oh,
and
no.
I've put double-digit hours into this game, I'm sure.
Oh, no, and then once you get the weapon aspects, you get even more different dialogue based on what weapon it is.
Bro,
And then also, I'm trying to figure out I want to figure out who the fuck hired Skelly. Who the fuck hired Skelly? Why does everything have a storyline that's amazing?
Because Supergiant is an amazing developer.
Yo,
Like,
Skelly's
guys,
a fucking massive... No, he's a sadist.
Skelly knows some shit.
Skelly knows some shit. Hermes knows what Skelly knows, but neither is gonna tell me right now. It's so good. But once you beat the game, you unlock heat runs, where you can make the game harder for more resources and extreme measures. That's never getting turned off now. That's just the way it is.
All right, so did you use God mode in it at all? Did either of you use God mode at any point?
That's the one that makes it easier, so you could just do this plot.
Yeah, but
Nope.
So I did it for a little while because I'm like, Meg is just stomping me. Like, after I lost to her like 3 times back to back, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna turn this on and see what's up. And it doesn't make it significantly easier in my opinion because it's still, like, the game is still the same. Like, a lot of these rooms, like, I know the runs, it's like you're not going to have the same run twice, but a lot of these room encounters, they are the exact same. Like, I know you've been in the room in the first
I'm going to be
world.
100 with you. That's not even true. Because there's more enemies.
Okay.
There's enemies you haven't even seen yet.
Bro, those enemies are a bitch and a half.
And then every time I look up, there's a new mid-boss.
Bro, I got comfortable and, like, I beat Meg just consistently. I wasn't losing to her anymore. Just not at all. And
How are you doing with her sisters?
I am 1 for 1 with what's the masochist?
No, wait, Ragey or Murdery? Ragey or Murder?
Reggie.
Ragey,
I beat
yeah.
her once,
Ragey's a
but
problem.
man, I used 2 Death Defiances and bro, our health was like speck and speck. I just got like that Doom buff off on her, and she died. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, murdery.
Oh god,
I had her
that's
down to a speck, and she finished me like that shit, bro. When she teleports you, that shit throws me off all the
yeah.
way. I'm like, yo, what is this?
I will say this. Thank you, Demeter, who saved my fucking run. I made it to the 4th floor. I hit the last shop. I get her legendary boon, which is a 10% execute. Now I'm sitting here thinking this is not going to work on a boss, but I need it for the enemies that Hades summons when you get his health bar to like 50%. No, it works on the bosses. I'm about to die, and all of a sudden he just explodes.
Nice.
So
Yeah, that's
good.
one of the things is like when your boons are doing stuff like you a lot of times I'll pick up boons and I'll have a plan for what I'm going to do with them, but then it's always like the unintended things that happen with them that are what really make the bills for me, especially. So like I know Zeus, like the more you upgrade some of his like boons and like the attributes you get from them, like every time I dashed, there would be rooms that I pretty much always use his dash lightning
Oh no,
thing.
Athena's dash.
Athena has the best dash in the
You
game.
gotta use her dash,
Just
bro.
clearly, just off rip, Athena has the best dash in the game.
Bro, it
What is her
deflects.
dash?
It
Oh yeah.
It
deflects.
deflects. It deflects.
Oh,
Bro, having a deflect against projectile heavy monsters, that's how I beat Hydra. I'm like, oh, bitch.
Especially those witches on floor 3 that shoot a ball that's 4 compressed balls that are actually like 8 more compressed balls. Those things are an issue.
I fucking hate them. So if you have Athena's dash and you have double or triple dash, that's just bananas. All you gotta do is
And then you
dash
just
around
start
and like
dashing their
throw out
attacks back
magic.
into them. You're like, I could use the extra DPS.
Man, that was all my DPS at one point. I would get a couple shots off with the bow, hit it with Ares Doom buff, and then just like reflect. Bro, that shit was nasty. Up my
I
critical
will say
damage,
this.
nasty.
Also, do not sleep on damage reduction in this game. Just don't sleep on damage reduction.
He needs that.
never.
If you get those damage reduction buffs you can get, those are so good. Walk
Yeah.
into a room. I'm playing terribly. Look at my health. I've only taken 10 damage.
Right. This entire run, like that, all the runs where I feel like I've done well and like made progress. I know I'm only in the second world, but like I feel like and I haven't been playing it as much this week as I was last week, just because I haven't been playing much of anything this week, other than Monster Hunter. But yeah, I think Hades is like it's Super Giant doing Super Giant as well as they can, and you can tell that this game benefited so much from being in early access.
Oh man, the builds are so good.
Because like this is technically 1.0 release, and like they've sold I want to say 1 million copies since 1.0, but they had 700,000 people in early access, and so they had all these people playing this game consistently, keeping all of their decisions like under a microscope, and they had like they'd set up deadlines. They're like, okay, our next major update is coming in 4 weeks and 8 weeks, and they every time they'd add like either a new mechanic, they'd rebalance the game based on feedback. And I feel like the game that you guys are now getting to play is thanks in part to all the people who technically, well, beta tested this game for 2 years.
Yeah. That's a great use of beta, like just hands down.
Well, like
This is a
early
huge
access.
win. Well, early
And-
access, it's the same shit, man. It's not the same thing, but it's the same thing.
This is
Close
a good
enough.
example of like the early access process being done properly.
Yeah, it's doing it. It's literally doing it right. Like we're all dancing and we're doing it right. You know.
Right. All right. So
That was for Chris.
yeah. R.I.P. Chris. He's not dead. He's just at work. But I mean, I know that means he's dead inside. So
I feel it, man. He's probably drinking some tequila right now, so in his honor.
we're
For
not
the
gonna say
audio
Chris drinks
listeners.
tequila at work. Yeah, for the audio listeners, Madrid just drinks some tequila, but or water. You can never tell over the internet. In person, I could smell the difference from maybe not 6 feet apart though, which who knows. So the one thing I wanted to talk with you about this week, Madrid, is we are going into the fall season of anime, and I mean, Jalen, I know you can comment on this, and Chris isn't here to stop the weebery, so. The fall season of anime is starting, has started by the time we're recording this. I've already watched 3 episodes of Burn the Witch. I'm ready.
So did they
Attack
just
on
release
Titan.
the whole thing?
No, it's just 3 episodes, and I'm assuming they're gonna keep it going. I watched all 3 episodes, and that's definitely I'd say it's maybe the first 2 chapters.
The first 2 chapters? Does it include the one shot?
No, it seems to
Okay.
be picking up. Yeah, so it
That's
doesn't
cool, that's
cover
cool.
any of the stuff. Yeah, but it picks up. The first episode ends with the group of people. I can't think of their name, but the Gotai 13, the Arankar, the insert type
The
Kubo
the
trope here.
captains?
Right.
Yo, just fuck it, just introduce. These probably aren't even the real captains.
Who knows?
Oh,
this
Kubo.
this show has so much potential
Yeah.
that I've been watching a lot of videos on Bleach because I've been re-watching Bleach, and so
Yes, sir.
I just
Like, Bleach was so hyped. That's why it earned its spot in the big 3. Because, alright, let's be real. The big 3 is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. In
No
my
arguments
opinion, One Piece is the best. Just objectively. Naruto's, I would say
Naruto
probably
is-
the most influential, and Bleach is my favorite.
yeah, I think Naruto shot itself in the foot a lot more than Bleach did in its run, and I don't feel like One
Yeah.
Piece has had a lot of these missteps that both of those series had missteps.
See, the thing with me, I can look at Naruto and just pick it apart, and I was like, damn, this was this was that. But it was cool because what Naruto did best is what Black Clover does best. It draws from the older series. So Naruto pulls from Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, prime Hunter x Hunter. Saint
Flame of Recca.
Seiya, it fucking
Just
blew Flame of Recca's
wholesale.
load. Just straight up Flame of Recca and Yu Yu Hakusho. Doctor is everything that Doctor can do, Kabuto does. Everything that Hiei did, fucking Sasuke did. Come on, it's super the same. And that's why I draw a parallel to Black Clover. Because that's what it does. It's shonen tropes. It wears shonen tropes like a fucking dual disc. You feel me? Activate, Bankai. Activate, Rasengan. That shit's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean,
But this run,
yeah,
This
this
run.
fall season,
okay, so this fall season we got Burn the Witch, we got Jujutsu Kaisen, we got Dragon Quest: The Legend of Dai, fucking Attack on Titan is on the horizon. That's coming.
right? Isn't that? I thought that was this month.
Oh, the new Inuyasha spin-off?
Oh, that's starting this season.
That starts tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to get my Crunchyroll in
Noblies?
order.
You know your manuals? I'm here for it.
See, I knew I needed you to be here to go off the deep end with this, because now you're starting to list
But-
shows I haven't even fucking heard of.
I was saving all my anime watching for the second part of the Haikyuu season. Bro, I'm rewatching Haikyuu right now because it's so fucking pure. It's so good. Definitely watch Haikyuu in your free time. It's amazing. But
Yeah,
the main star
piqued my interest.
is about to be Jujutsu Kaisen. That's about to be the standout for the season. And I watched the opening. I haven't watched the episode yet, but it's looking like it's gonna probably end right at the tournament arc.
Yeah, I mean, Shonen Jump, they're promoting that right now more than they're promoting Burn the Witch. Like, they promoted Burn the Witch a few weeks ago, being like, hey, read this before the anime starts. But they're like, hey, this new season of anime that's happening right now, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, you know how they release, like, chunks of manga for free? They'll be like, oh, this many chapters or this many volumes you can just read absolutely for free.
It's like 1 through 7 for Jujutsu. I think that's the first volume. But man, ooh, I got the first 4 volumes, dog. This shit is so good rereading it. Because the first time you look at it or read it is like, yo, what the I don't understand these abilities. They're too big brain for you to process, dog.
I mean, I'm down. I'm like in for it. Like, that's the one now that I've caught up in Chainsaw Man. And
Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu, they're my tag team.
Look, the way I do it, the way normally I would do it is I would read the new chapter of My Hero, then I would read Chainsaw Man, and then I would finish off with Jujutsu Kaisen.
So
I'm real happy. I'm real happy I went in that order this week.
Bro, I go Dr. Stone, since that's literally the only thing that's not about demons right now. Dr. Stone into Black Clover. Sometimes I read Black Clover first. Dr. Stone, Black Clover. Then I read Chainsaw Man. And then I read Jujutsu Kaisen. And then I read My Hero. And then I read One Piece.
Oh, I was about to say, you had a hard week this week, but... Because I alternate. Now that I'm caught up in Chainsaw Man and My Hero, I'll have, like... It really depends. Like, I knew this week's Chainsaw Man chapter, I wouldn't be super pressed to read it. But, like, My Hero, this week's chapter, I was super pressed to read it. So...
I read
just My Hero's just on the super pressed to read it section for right now. That's where that is right now.
I saw the Discord going crazy. Yo, shout out to the Discord. Sliding that anime spoilers channel. But,
yeah.
I saw it going crazy. I was like, yo, I have to read it. Fuck it. I was at work. I was like, I have to read it.
Right. I read Chainsaw Man first, and all I had to say at the end of the chapter was Makima! And then I read My Hero chapter.
To be bananas.
Yeah. This week is about to be brazy. So I read Chainsaw Man, and then I read My Hero, and I was just like, Bakugo! And so not to spoil anything, that's how this week in manga went.
Hey man, it all came full circle.
Man.
My legs just moved on their own.
Man. This is why I need to see some DDR. That's why I needed some DDR after that chapter.
I didn't have anything to go to except, like, I was just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened?
One Piece. I have to preach the good word of One Piece at least a little bit.
It's
a daunting task,
volumes
but it's
into
always
One
there.
Piece. Yeah, I'm a few volumes into One Piece, so.
Yeah, I sat down, picked up from the last thing I remember.
That's perfect.
One Piece again.
Don't worry about restarting. That's the one thing I say about One Piece. You never have to restart it. And just pick up from your cursory knowledge.
Yeah, literally pick up from the last thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did with Bleach. Like, I don't feel like...
You can reread Bleach. It's cool. It's Bleach.
Well, yeah, I mean...
It's beautiful bullshit. Bleach is beautiful bullshit. It's okay.
Yeah, Bleach is just fucking...
It's cool. It's cool. It's just bullshit.
What if feudal Japan were just Grim Reapers? And
Right. And as far as the story goes, it's better than people give it credit for.
So watching some of these Bleach analysis videos, when they're like, Uryu's entire character is just he unveils a new weapon at the last second, and then they start showing like they started with Uryu. It's like, oh, my new final technique, my new final technique, my new final technique.
See, while they're saying that, that's also true for every other character on the show. So.
They started with Uryu, and then they're like Chad got a demon arm, and then Chad got another demon arm, and it's like Ichigo fucking got a new Bankai and overwhelmed his opponent with.
I'm not gonna lie, I was always waiting on Chad to pull up with a full body, like just straight up Super Sentai style.
Right?
They squandered Chad so much, like they all of like the main cast. I feel like they squandered each one of those characters in a different way, because like Chad as a character, his abilities like
he's a fucking
just
Chad.
had so much
he's a fucking Chad. Just a
and then you got fucking Orihime, and like Orihime is like fucking Aizen needed her, and her powers like Orihime is
so about that he actually did.
He made it seem like he did.
That's because Because here's what Aizen actually wanted. He wanted somebody to fight him at his absolute strongest and beat him.
Wait, is he just Saitama with mind control powers?
Yeah, which is the same as Toguro. Because Toguro had a little more left in the tank, but he was like, yo, this is about the best I'm going to get. And then Yusuke killed him.
Yeah?
Same thing with Aizen. Because why do you think Aizen chilled after after Ichigo beat him? You know, he was content with being in that chair.
Was he?
He could have joined.
No, he was. No,
he could have joined Yawich.
No, he was.
He could have. Yawich was like, "Yo, come through, join my squad," and he was like, "No,
I'm good.
I'm good." Unless he's just racist, like, I think I'm gonna side with Quincy. Ew, I'd rather side with literal fucking hollows.
I mean, technically, the Hollows were like an afterthought after the Soul Society dealt with the Quincy's, so.
Yeah. Also.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, Aizen's pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, I mean, Aizen, yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
Come on. Anytime you can do this and just become like.
You've seen me do it. You've seen me. Just push the hair back and go full Aizen on somebody, and see, I need a little bit of product to his
music.
Yeah, he stopped.
Just straight up stopped his soundtrack. He stopped mid soundtrack.
For as many fillers as that anime gave us.
Yeah,
you can read this on the Shonen Jump app, but Kaiju number 8 is starting to look pretty good.
Okay.
I really want to read it.
I was gonna.
I just keep forgetting.
It's only 12 chapters.
Also, I'm kind of like weary with these new Shonen Jump series because I don't want to get attached. And they're like, oh, guess what? Time skipping the next chapter. It's like, bro, it's 8 chapters in. What the fuck? We're on chapter 40. Why is there a time skip? Oh, this is the last chapter. It's 50 pages.
Oof.
No, 30 pages. 18 pages.
2 pages. It's just a full color spread. That's it. That's all you get.
Actually, we're supposed to get like a bonus chapter for both Promised Neverland and Kaimetsu no Yaiba.
Nani?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, Jalen, what anime are you excited for this season? What are you going to be watching? Like, so I know my list is Jujutsu Kaisen, Burn the Witch, and Attack on Titan. Like, I may venture out from there. Plus, I got to get caught up with Fire Force.
I think Attack on Titan's in like a month or.
No, like let me look up Attack on Titan season 4 release date. Thank you, Google autofill. December.
Yeah, it's not like close.
Fuck, that's winter anime. I thought it was part of the fall lineup. Oh my god.
No, they just started the rollout for it. But that studio that does it also does Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, Mappa has been on its shit. They also did God of High School and Dorohedoro.
Ah, Dorohedoro. I love that manga.
Mappa is on its fucking shit.
It's doing. I really like how it's managing to create its own like very noticeable but still kind of weird CGI anime thing, whatever the fuck. And picking series like Jujutsu Kaisen and Doro Hidoro is really fitting for that.
And Attack on Titan.
And Attack on Titan.
They got the game right now.
Well,
And
yeah.
shit, God of High School is their like meathead anime, so
It's one big tournament arc and it's amazing. I'm just here to watch anime characters beat the crap out of each other.
yeah, I can't
Yep.
explain to y'all how hype I am for Jujutsu though. I already know this is probably gonna be my anime of the like of the fucking. If they do this shit right, this could be my anime of the year, not including
What?
Attack on Titan.
I was about to say, like, Attack on Titan, and then what if Chainsaw Man happens this year? Well, I guess it's late in the year. It's October, so.
Yeah, look at that.
But the thing about
Look at that
Chainsaw Man, it's that
announcement.
Chainsaw Man's not gonna get to the thing.
Dude, I'm just down to see how they animate anything that's happened in that
Bro,
series.
they can put like 5 chapters in one episode.
Yeah.
And it will work. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's just so much. I want to see how they animate Chainsaw Man. And I want to see what kind of music goes with Chainsaw Man. I want to see what that Chainsaw Man OST is hitting on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just listen for the promos. Like, anytime they have like manga promos and shit like that, if there's a video and there's a soundtrack for it, that's kind of the vein they're going to use. Because sometimes the studio already has them. And they're like, yeah, we already kind of got like the music down. So here it is.
All right. Well, so yeah, Jalen, what's your list of fall anime that you're going to be
It's-
getting into?
It's mostly those three. Noblesse is also supposed to be starting. That's another Mawa getting animated. About vampires. Secret organization of vampires. Kind of like... It's just that. I don't know how to describe it, really.
It's vampire shit.
It's just
Gotcha.
vampires. It's
It's-
classy vampires.
It's
Classic
stylish,
vampire.
you know?
So just vampires. Are vampires not just classy in general?
Yo, the first chapter is literally him hopping out of his coffin.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
it,
The first
and
he
looking
hops
out
out
of
of
the
his
window.
coffin, he's like, "Where am I again? What year is this?"
Floats. The next chapter is him like going to school.
Because he just picked a random outfit. It has nothing. And then like the Inuyasha sequel comes out in October, and
Yashihime is.
I'm watching it.
I think it's available now. Yep. Yashihime Princess Half Demon premieres tomorrow, October 3rd. Visit me an email. Some more
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I
the
know I'm gonna be watching that.
Crunchyroll, Bandai Namco, like Funimation, Viz Media, like all those mailing lists target me specifically. They're like, "We know you're a weeb. Buy our shit." I'm like, "Look, y'all, I ain't got money." They're like, "Look, waifus." So, yeah. All right. The next story I wanted to talk about, I feel like we got our anime talk in. Somehow we went on a Bleach tangent, but you know, Cheesy Controller podcast. You're here for the conversation.
That
the
weak
next
shit
thing,
go to 13.
Weeb shit go tie 13. The Xbox Series X is out in the wild. Like a bunch of different influencers and like websites have been getting Xbox Series X units that they can just start using as their primary console now. And so we've been getting a lot of news on stuff like Quick Resume, a lot of stuff on backwards compatibility, a lot of stuff on like load time enhancements, like the loads on the SSD. That's been the thing for me, is just watching people load into games that I know take forever to load. Like Fortnite is a game that no matter what I play it on, Fortnite is going to take forever to load. Like I'm sure I could put it on my SSD on my PC, but also Fortnite's not that important. But like no matter what platform I play Fortnite on, I deal with a lot of loading, and people have just been loading almost instantly into Fortnite on the Xbox Series X. And so that is the next generation thing I'm really looking forward to. Have you guys seen any of the like coverage coming out? Because I know Digital Foundry's done a couple videos. I know
On the
like
Xbox? Oh my
yeah,
god. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was saying I was gonna get the Xbox Series S, but man, that Series X looks dope. You know why I'm thinking about that? Because I don't have anything to compare it to right now besides like
the
PC
Switch.
shit. You
Yeah,
know,
PC
if
shit.
only there was like a competitor dropping their information and getting those boxes into the hands of the press and trusted news sources. But that's
Right.
not the case. So this shit is looking very fucking appealing.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
Especially with Game Pass running
Especially,
near on that.
I'm not sure Nier's still on Game Pass.
I'll buy
That
it.
is,
It's near.
Yeah, I bought Nier before it was on Game Pass for
Actually,
Xbox.
you know what? I think I want to buy it on Xbox. Here, take my money.
Right, Yoko Taro. We know you'll do anything for money. Support
My G.
Automata to the Switch. Ugh! What? 2B for Smash. Ugh.
2B for Smash. That would be the perfect way to announce it too.
That'd be a great way. Nier Automata, Switch port, and fucking 2B in Smash.
We get 2B and we get a
both
2P skin, the melanated 2P colorway,
Yeah, because
and
I
the
was
battle
shook
armor.
when y'all showed me non-melanated 2P. I was extremely shook by that. Shooketh. But yeah, like you were saying, Madrid, having the Xbox Series X in the wild over the PS5, like we don't know what the fucking PS5 UI looks like.
Right.
Right now, I could go pre-order Tetris Effect Connected for the Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X, or even like it has smart delivery, so I could even do it on PC, and I know what I'm getting. On PlayStation, I can't even pre-order digital games, so like I have a pre-order in for all digital PlayStation 5. And I'm like, okay, so I can't pre-order Demon Souls or Miles Morales. So I'm going to hold off on those, I guess. Like, I'm trying to invest. Like, I've paid for my console. Like, now I'm trying to invest in games so I don't have to think about that as that time gets closer. So, like, right now, one of the things I'm dealing with, I was looking at the cross-gen bundle for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, just so I know I have something to play day one, other than Fortnite, on my PS5, but, like, Xbox has rolled out their, like, complete backwards compatibility. You're just going to run any generation of Xbox game on your Xbox Series X, and it's just going to work, and it's going to look as good as possible, it's going to run as well as possible, and you know you're going to get a consistent experience out of us. PlayStation's like...
And the best thing about that is, like, we know exactly how it's going to work. There's, like, complete transparency on it, for the most part. PlayStation is like, oh, well, actually, if you get this version, you won't be able to carry over this information. This game's not going to work. This one's not going to be out yet, so you're going to be playing on a less optimized version. It's so murky. It's like, I'm confused. Like Sony, talk to me. We're smart. We're not,
Right.
actually, even if we're not smart, if you talk to us and explain to us how shit's going to actually function, we will know how
And
it's
right,
going to go.
that's
We're
the
not
thing.
gonna
We're
sit
not
here and
getting
speculate.
we're not getting anything from Sony on that front. We're getting like information from Insomniac about how Spider-Man's going to work, and we're getting
Right.
information from Activision about how Call of Duty's going to work, and we're getting information from Square Enix about how the Avengers is going to work. But
And hearing all these different things, it's like, okay, is it the Wild Wild West where developers just do what they want? Is this you not having good infrastructure, or are you just worried because you know it's like
PlayStation,
Y'all
I
shit the
don't
bed.
like. I know they did a lot in the PS4 generation. PlayStation has never had good infrastructure ever. The PSN has been a shit show since the jump. I wasn't able to change my fucking PSN name for a fucking decade.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. How many E3s finally let us change our PSN names? Finally let us change our PSN
damn
names.
Kai 157.
Quinn 2, alright?
Quimpt. Hey, if you know, you know.
Right, we're not going to just start dragging everybody's old PSN names. I am Anton6. And what are you, Sunny Chief or Sauce Lord?
Sunny
I can never
Chief,
keep track of what you are where.
I don't need any SEO, you know. I'm a
And
different
I mean,
thing
my
on each
SEO is
site.
fucked up because I can't have the 3 X's in my PSN name.
I'm pretty sure I'm the Katsuki Durag on the GG app. I need to get back into that.
I maybe
I
feel
might
like
do a couple reviews, you know, just for shits and giggles.
might get some writing work out there. I see.
Yeah, you feel me? But yeah, I don't know. Like Xbox's rollout so far has been pretty good.
Yeah, Xbox's rollout is ideal. Like, they are handling this generation infinitely better than Sony in every single way.
Yeah, Sony's just like PlayStation, baby. You want that Miles Morales? You want that Demon Souls, brother? Well, come over here. We got something for you.
I know you were like AFK when I was talking about it, but like that's the thing. Like, I have my pre-order in for my all digital PS5, and right now
I think I might get that one instead.
I mean, I'm getting it because I can't lock down a disc pre-order. Like, I technically have a disc-based one pre-order, but
My main thing with the disc one is like it's uglier because it's like the aesthetic is off. You know what I'm saying? It's not as streamlined.
I'm not going to see it. Hopefully, I'm not going to see it. Hopefully, it's not taller than my monitor, because I know that shit is an absolute unit. Hopefully, it's not taller
that's
than
a
my
chunker.
monitor.
That's
So,
a chunker.
I'm probably never going to see it, and that's part of the reason I went with the digital, because I don't want to have to reach behind my monitor and eject discs. And
Right. And then like my thing is maybe like this may be a pipe dream, but you would think going forward they would still sell steelbooks with like a digital code. I don't know if they already do that, but if that's the case,
certain things do, but like recently I got from the Square Enix store, I got the Final Fantasy Type 0 HD Steelbook just cuz like for free from my Square Enix rewards points. So like I got a face mask, I got a scarf, and I got a Type 0 Steelbook. I have the Sekiro Steelbook back there that I just got off eBay for $5 because I don't have a disc for Sekiro. So like even on my just like shelf of steelbooks, most of those steelbooks are entirely empty. But like I don't know. I plan to get a disc one at some point in the generation, but I can't right now. I can't plan my games. Like, I could pre-order on Amazon or from GameStop or from wherever. I could pre-order Miles Morales and Demon Souls. Physically, I can't pre-order any PS5 games digitally right now. Because the PSN store isn't ready for it. Like, I was looking at the Call of Duty thing. I was like, I kind of want to just buy the Call of Duty cross-gen bundle so I know I'll have fucking something to play when I get my PS5. Other than Fortnite, which I'm not against just playing more Fortnite, but, you know, like, ray tracing and instant loading, all that's great, but at the end of the day, it's still Fortnite. Like, I want something next gen. I want Miles Morales. I want Demon Souls. I want something built, like, Demon Souls is exclusive to PS5, so I want something built from the ground up for PS5 to justify this purchase that, you know, like, I've put all this money down on this console, and I just don't think I'm going to have, like, maybe I'll just pre-order Cyberpunk, and that's supposed to work backwards compatible, so, you know, like, it's not going to have a PS5 version at launch, but at least within the first week I'll be playing, you know, a big game on my new shiny console.
Yeah. I feel that. That's part of the reason why I'm just like, currently I'm like, I'd rather just sink more money into the PC I already have, because it's like, while these first things first, I never feel like the generation truly starts until like after a year after the consoles comes out, because that first year is usually kind of dry for games and stuff.
Yeah, but
or at least something that's gonna just like blow my mind and make me go, oh, I need a new console for this. Like,
but like,
I don't think there was anything that came on the first year of the PlayStation 4 that made me think I want that.
But like, let me summarize. Like, I can look at my shelf and summarize the first year of the PS4 for me. The first year of the PS4 for me, like launch Killzone Shadowfall. The same week as launch, I was able to play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag because people still liked Assassin's Creed back then. I got Call of Duty Ghost, which in retrospect is the worst Call of Duty, but it looked fucking insane on my PS4 compared to a PS3. There was
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes is literally the next game I got. I got that the same day I got Infamous Second Son, which for me was one of those highlight like marquee games. But I guess that was early 2014. So, like, are you talking in the first calendar year? Or are you talking because like in the first calendar year of the PS4 we got Destiny 1. And like for me, Destiny 1 from launch was totally like it was like, yo, this is a fucking next-gen game. And I mean, even Infamous Second Son was like a graphical showcase. Like, I could show people my PS4 back then on a 1080p TV and just be like, yo, look how good this looks. And blow minds with Infamous Second Son. Like, go into the photo mode, fuck around, have a good time.
Yeah,
So,
I'm ready to get my mind blown with these new consoles. But also, in the same token, I think I'm getting a little bit closer to trying to build that PC.
yeah, I was just talking to Jalen before we started recording about trying to get a new motherboard and CPU so you could get the motherboard and CPU I have right now. And then it'll really just be like the graphics card. I'm just waiting on Chris to sell me his graphics card so I could give you this graph because I can't afford a retail graphics card, especially with the PS5 pre-order in. And part of me is like, you know, if I get an Xbox Series S pre-order, it wouldn't be the worst thing to happen, you know? Like,
Right.
you know, if one of those just fell into my lap, you know, I'd scoop it. Wouldn't be against it at all. Especially with Xbox doing so much right this generation. Like, I'd rather play certain launch games. Like, I know at launch nobody's going to be playing Fortnite with me. I know at launch it's going to be hard
Wait,
as
no one's
hell.
playing Fortnite with you right now.
Right. If I were on Xbox right now, people would be playing Fortnite with me right now. That's what I'm
but
saying.
it's crossplay.
Yeah, but we can't voice chat. That's the problem. Like, if I were on an Xbox in an Xbox party, I could be playing Fortnite with people consistently. Because I'm on PlayStation in a PlayStation party,
Tell them to get
it's
on
like,
Discord.
I can't get the people off PSN to Discord because I had gotten all of my Xbox people cool with using Discord, and then it's like, oh well, you know, I'm playing Monster Hunter with a bunch of people who are just like, nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna go to Discord, and I can't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want 30 people in a party.
That's just chaos. I'm not going to be able to hear anybody if 30 people in that room.
Right. If more than one person plays music, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, super.
If
yeah,
one person plays music.
Well, no. Lately, we've been having one person playing music, and it's been helping the vibe a lot. Like, it helps fill, like, dead air, like, and we've gotten past the point of, like, anytime anybody would play music, it'd be too loud and intrusive. Now we can just have, like, chill, like, easy listening, like, smoother things going in the background, and I feel like it's enhanced the party a lot.
Yeah. Parties need to integrate that functionality where like music just plays like lowly in the background. You know, you can get something nice and ambient. You can get some fucking
We could play some of that
Lo-fi?
Takamaru Gaiden. We could play some of that Akuma
Yeah.
Santi. We could play some of that Radic by Nature. We could play some of that Nilak the Beat Ninja. There's so many.
Bro, we can play some of that Yellow Season by Paris. Featuring
I've been seeing you post that. What's
a
up with
Robot
that?
Jones.
Oh,
So
shit.
basically, Paris from the tribe of Kashik, aka Shinova Centauri. That's like a throwback name, but he's a member of the tribe of Kashik. You know, the band that Josh, aka Robot Jones, raps in. He just dropped an album or a tape. I think it's an album. Shit slaps like an album. So go check it out. It's called Yellow
Alright.
Season.
I'm looking it up right now on Apple Music so I don't forget about it. I've been seeing it all over Instagram, so. I'm stoked for it. Definitely gonna give that a listen. The one last major story I wanted to talk about in this episode, like this, if you made it this far in the episode, it's been a really long week for me. Like, I know everybody else has been having a long week, but me in particular have been having a really long week. That's why the live recording's late this week. These episodes might go up a little later than usual because our editors just have less time to work on them. But you know, I didn't want to miss a week for the people. You know, like we haven't missed a week in over 2 years. Like, consistency is one of the things I always, like, when I recommend, when people ask me about doing a podcast, I'm like, the first thing you need to focus on is getting to a consistent schedule and sticking to the consistent schedule. And considering we haven't missed a Wednesday, like, we recorded it on New Year's Day and, like, the day after Christmas last year. So, you know, considering we haven't missed a week in over 2 years at this point, I didn't want to miss a week just because I've been going through it. But the big news this week is they announced the next character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pack 2. And
this is weird. This big news is weird. It's huge, but like
it makes
for a lot of people, it's like
it makes sense. It's just not. It doesn't inspire joy in a lot of the people who are buying this Smash DLC. Because, you know, these kids, they're like, they got Smash maybe, then maybe they were able to convince their parents to get Fighters Pass 1, or maybe they were getting characters a la carte or whatever. But,
I mean, actually, if they're kids, this is probably fucking
Right, this is probably the one character out of this shit that it's like, yeah, I need that shit. But yeah, Minecraft Steve, along with Alex,
we knew it was coming,
and the Zombie and the Enderman are all going to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate sometime soon. We don't have a date yet. I think tomorrow, as of recording, we're going to get a date because tomorrow's Minecon, and Sakurai has a presentation at Minecon about Steve being in Smash Bros. So that'll be interesting to see. Like,
I mean, this should shut Twitter down. Like, Twitter literally broke.
Twitter
for like 2 hours.
Shattered. Yeah. Like, I got the news through Discord, through, like, I may have even gotten it through my, like, YouTube sub box, because by the time I woke up, like, Twitter was not functioning. So, and normally that's the first thing I do in the morning, like, check Twitter news, check, like, just to see if anything's interesting gaming related is trending. But yes, Steve from Minecraft is coming to Smash Bros. And like Sakurai kind of said a little bit, like, so they showed the intro video, showed like a bunch of existing characters fighting. They showed Sonic kick Mario like off stage, and he flew into a dark place. And then like the camera panned, you heard a few Minecraft sound effects. So like if you're like
Sonic punched him into another video game.
Yo, Sonic's boxed the shit out of Mario.
Just
I know you took my coins.
Like, hey, it's like, I heard you like platforms there, boy.
How about you platform off this stage, out this game, and into your worst nightmare?
Actually, what's with Mario getting clapped in all of these?
Well, I mean, that's
because Sakurai knows, just like me, that Mario's overrated.
The only person who doesn't get clapped in these trailers is Kirby.
Because Kirby's the hero.
Because, I mean, legitimately, yeah.
Because Kirby's the strongest character to exist.
Yeah. Kirby is just friend and foe at all times.
And nobody else in this series is planetary. I'm a Dragon Ball Z nigga.
But yeah, so Steve from Smash Bros. Or from Minecraft is now going to be in Smash. Sakurai said something at the end. He's like, yeah, this character represents that it's not just my favorite characters or the characters that I deem the most important. Sometimes Nintendo comes to me and says, hey, you have to make this character. And of
They just
course,
throw a bag of money at him.
And of course, Sakurai, being the badass he is, he figures it out. But he's like, yeah, one of the most difficult things about implementing this character into the game is having the building mechanics and stuff work with all the existing stages. So,
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
right. Considering this game has, like, over 100 stages, like, when you look at all the variations and all the different, like, it has to work on all three forms of every single stage in the game without, like, it. And, of course, Smash is an esport, so, like, it has to be implemented well enough that the esport scene doesn't just crumble. Like, of course they could implement bans, but that takes away some of the fun of Smash Bros, you know?
Yeah, if anything, it would be like patches.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, they
Remember when
haven't been-
Joker was broken?
Yeah, but also this goes to the thing about it is I feel like for Nintendo, trying to make Smash competitive is antithetical to what Smash is. Well, first things first, trying to make Smash competitive is antithetical to what Smash is. Like, Smash is the anti-competitive fighting game.
Right, it's a party game.
It's a party game.
Exactly.
People
So,
forced it into a hardcore fighter. Which is fine because it's like it's built well enough to be that. Like this game is, for all intent, like Smash Ultimate is pretty fucking balanced.
Yeah.
It is. Like
the
with a
main
roster
problem
that
with-
fucking huge, it's
well, and the
they
thing,
do a pretty good job.
the thing about Smash is that it's one of those. It's balanced. It's one of those. The game is fairly balanced if you have like mid skill level, but once you get like good at that game, the game's utterly broken. So as long as your skill level stays within the realms of the game, yeah, the game's actually pretty well balanced. But if you're doing all that fancy shit, the game just breaks.
All right. Well, so I know we all wanted 2B. I know a lot of people wanted
It's
Dante.
still coming.
I know. Yeah, 2B. Like, I feel like Dante at this point, like, they know. So, like,
it's either
Minecraft
Dante or
has
Monster
been a-
Hunter.
Yeah, like, we gotta get a Capcom rep. We gotta get somebody. I don't even give a fuck if it's Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 8. Like, give me that. Like, something, Capcom, please. Like, I know we have Ryu and Ken, but, like, I need a new Capcom rep.
Right.
Because, I mean, Square got Hero. Like, I know a lot of people want Sora, but they got Dragon Quest Hero. Like, Atlas got Joker. Microsoft now has Banjo and
But
fucking...
can you imagine if Smash got Sora? That shit would be insane.
It'd be great. Sora is one of the top candidates that I'm like, Sora has a moveset that could be easily translated. Like, he fights with a weapon.
Fights
Like,
with a
it's not
weapon
like
and magic.
Sora... Right, it's not like Sora fucking digs up the stage and builds a cube around zoning characters like fucking Minecraft Steve does. But yeah, I think that
Damn, Sora would just be Hero with a Keyblade.
yeah, and
I mean-
maybe simpler, like not as much menu driven. Like maybe the menus are like part of your block as Sora. I don't know. I'm out here just wildly speculating.
Yeah, but also, like... Yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea who they would add.
Who would you want, Jalen? Ideal video game character other than 2B. Who would you want to be added to Smash?
Honestly, I kind of just want an Echo Pack. I kind of just want a bunch of more Echo characters. That's
we
what
all
I really
want Echo characters. We all want
Like,
Zach
put
Fair. We
Shadow
all
in the
want
game.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Give me Shadow as a Sonic Echo. Give me, like...
Zach as a Cloud Echo.
Yo, an Echo Pack, like Echo Packs, like multiple, that would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, like legitimately having a lineup. I'm kind of mad they announced Fighters Pack 2 the way they did. You know? Like, we didn't know any of the characters off rip. Like, by the time Fighters Pack 1 was a thing, we knew Joker was coming, you know? We knew Piranha Plant was going to be like an early access thing. We knew for the most part what was going on. Fighters Pass 2, I know COVID's been kicking Sakurai and his team's ass on this,
Shit,
but
Nintendo
like,
in general.
right.
Nintendo
Well, I
moving
mean,
real different.
no, they are moving different, but they're pumping out fucking every single week. There's something new Nintendo. Every single fucking week. Like, this Steve and Smash thing is something we didn't know this time last week that we were going to be getting. And this time last week, we had just gotten the Mario 35. And if it wasn't that,
Hades on Switch has had me, like, locked the fuck in on my Switch. So, there's that.
I kind of want to get Super Mario 3D All-Stars just because, like, I don't own any of those games currently. And I kind of want to, like, give them a shot, and I don't want to run out of time on that shit being available on the eShop.
Right. I kind of got mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to just buy it because, like, fuck you, Nintendo. Like, how dare you do this fucking stupid-ass bullshit? But at the same time, it's like, I want to play Mario Sunshine. And and form an objective opinion on that game, you know?
Yeah.
Like, be able to form, like, all I know about Mario Sunshine is that one of my friends in elementary school who had a GameCube, who introduced me to Melee and all that stuff, had it, but because it didn't have multiplayer, like, I never got to play it with him. And then, just
had to
since
sit
then,
there and watch.
I wouldn't, like, we'd either be playing Smash Melee, Kirby Air Ride, Mario Party, like, Pokemon whatever, like either XD Gale of Darkness or Coliseum.
You're playing any of them Naruto games?
Oh yeah. Well, the Naruto games more so started to happen when I got my own GameCube.
Sash Bell, Ultimate Muscle, bro.
Oh,
bro.
I definitely didn't have that. Like,
bro,
I think
those
I have
arena
the
fighters they were cranking out back then, bro. Oh,
I still have the majority of my GameCube collection intact behind me, and it's majority Pokemon shit. So like Pokemon Channel, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Coliseum, and then you got like Sonic Riders and stuff.
Look, Sonic Riders is a sick. God, they squandered that game. The first Sonic Riders, that game was amazing. It just needed a few refinements, like a solid iteration. The problem is when they went to the Wii, they were like, how about we cut out half of the mechanics, half of the contents for some crappy motion controls. Dagger straight through my heart.
You want to hear some funny shit, Jalen?
What?
So my sister, now that she's graduated from college and everything, has been asking me about, like, what game console could she get? Because now she actually has time to, like, sit down and play games.
Wait. Okay. The fact that we've gotten this far in the first place is just...
Well, no, the reason my parents would always buy me and my sister video games. The problem was I knew when to put down video games and handle other stuff. My sister would just not stop playing video games.
Oh.
And then, like, yeah, that was the thing. Like, we both had Game Boy Advance SPs, and my sister, like, would get some old games for me and, like, had a couple of her own games. And, like, the fact she's asked me about Animal Crossing. Like, she's like, I remember Animal Crossing on GameCube. And she asked me if there was a new Sonic Riders game. And she asked me... So, like, my sister's considering getting a Switch because she remembers Animal Crossing from the GameCube. Like, that was, like, not even a thing that had, like, calculated for me. Like, I knew you and I were playing. And, like, we had, like... But the amount of GameCube games that I, like... She was asking me about FIFA, because I totally, like, forgot that I had a FIFA on GameCube.
Yeah. The answer is a Switch. Like, the answer.
Yeah, the answer is a Switch. But at the same
get
time...
Hades on that thing.
I think... And I mean, yeah, I guess it would make sense for my sister, because she did prefer handheld gaming over...
A Switch Lite.
Well, I think she'd want to plug it up to her TV to just...
That is a point.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wish the Switch Lite had a cable that you could just plug up to a TV and have it work like that.
Right, I'm surprised they haven't, like, just sold that as a peripheral yet.
Well, they won't, because even the USB-C to like HDMI adapters, some of them that work with this existing Switch, if you plug them into the Switch Lite, they don't do anything. So there's missing hardware in the Switch Lite that's not something Nintendo could even sell if they wanted to. All right. Well, yeah. Does anybody have one more thing before we wrap? I think we had a
the CD Projekt Red crunch.
Here's my opinion. Here's my opinion on this CD Projekt Red crunch. When I was listening to a few other podcasts that were touching on the topic, and what it seems, Jason Schreier has been pushing a narrative for a while, even from his days at Kotaku, of like, oh, crunch is so bad, crunch is this and all that. Like, this does not seem to, like, crunch is bad when people are having mental breakdowns from it. Crunch is bad when people aren't getting paid for this extra time. But like, CD Projekt Red is a company that literally they share their profit, so like their net income is split evenly between everyone in the company. So like literally these people are making $500,000 additional bonuses, everybody in the fucking company, for working Saturdays for 6 weeks. Like, people are blowing this shit completely out of proportion, in my opinion. Like,
I also feel like, I do want to interject, I feel like part of the reason why they're coming down on CD Projekt Red so hard is, at the beginning of all this, they specifically said they weren't gonna do it.
Yeah, but
that's the thing about it.
Look at the position CD Projekt Red is in.
If in scale, it's not that bad. If you say you're not gonna do something and then you do it, people are just gonna come at you harder for the sole fact that you said you weren't gonna do it.
Right. But, like, so they're working 1 extra day a week, which they're getting paid time and a half for, and they can't delay the game anymore, because if the game comes out any later, then it's going to get, like, it's going to come out on Black Friday, and it's just not, it's going to get lost in the shuffle. Like, this game needs to come out when it's going to come out, because it makes more financial sense for legitimately every single person in that company, from the fucking part-time animator to all the way up to the fucking CEO, that this game comes out and makes as much money as possible. Right. And so if they delay this game any more and hurt the profits of this game, it's going to hurt significantly financially every single person in this company. And so, like, this isn't reporting, like, I've looked at the sources Jason Schreier has shown, and it was an email that went out that it's like, hey, we can't delay this game anymore. You guys are going to be making this, like, it's one thing, like, when people aren't paid for overtime, but if you're making time and a half for 6 weeks, like, think about the time frame from now to the launch of this game.
Right.
Think
like,
about
my main thing is if the employees are comfortable with doing this, if this is something that they really want to do, it's not a big deal. And that's if they're mentally focused and they're capable of doing it and they commit to it and they're not having a problem, that's just work, honestly.
Right, and like the information didn't come out from a disgruntled employee. Well, like that's the thing. The information didn't come from a disgruntled employee. This email just got leaked as like hey, they said they wouldn't do crunch and they're going to do crunch, but they're also handsomely rewarding us for it, and also keeping our financial state for this foreseeable future.
It seems like you try to hit us with is this you?
Right, like, look at us. It's 11:05 p.m. and we're recording a podcast to get this content out. Like, I feel like if it were a thing that the devs were complaining, like that this were a thing that were taking a mental toll on their employees, that it were a long-standing thing. This is 6 weeks of 1 additional day of work. You're getting paid time and a half, and it's helping you get a better bonus. Like, these people, everybody who works at CD Projekt Red falls in the wealthy category of the, like, upper class of the entire country, just based on the revenue they make off of their games. So I don't feel like this is like if legitimately everybody at fucking Blizzard were just like could buy a Tesla like that. Like if everybody at fucking Supergiant Games could buy a fucking mansion. This is like the amount of money they are making, especially like compared to other people in their country. Like just looking at those statistics and looking at the amount, because that's something CD Projekt does that companies in America don't do. Like if Crash 4 or Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 or 2 makes a shitload of money, part-time animator X isn't getting any of that money. Part-time animator X is getting that money off of Cyberpunk, you know? So I just feel like they treat their workers a lot better than like workers are treated in other studios. Somebody leaked a memo about the fact that they're requesting them to work an additional extra day until the game launches, just to like polish the game. Like this is a day one patch. Like the game's already gone gold. It's content complete. Like they're just working on their day one patch, trying to optimize the game as much as possible. And then on top of all of that, yeah, I don't like. True, they did come out and say that we delayed the game to not have crunch, but they can't delay the game again. Like, it's an independent studio. Like, they are funding the development of this game and the publishing of this game.
They really blew that a little bit too early, but also at the same time, like, this game is this game is a unit. Like, there's so many, like, systems and, like, small features and things like that. So, it's going to take a while. So...
Right, they've been working on this game since... I remember watching the Cyberpunk 2077 announcement teaser on my PS3. That's how long they've been working on this game. Like, and like I said earlier in the episode, Cyberpunk might be the game that I just buy to play on my PS5 because launch lineup's looking kind of barren, and like that's one of the games that I could buy now and be sure that I can play it on my PS5. At launch.
I think this is about to be a day one cop for me.
Oh no, this has been a day one cop. This is literally why I'm buying the PC parts. Like,
I know.
Like I've been waiting. Like, here's the thing about it. For me, I want Cyberpunk because that's just the genre of game I'm not getting as much anymore. Like, I want to say what was the last big immersive sim? Prey, which was amazing. Play Prey. If you haven't played Prey, that's one of the best game openings I've experienced in a good while.
Well, I mean, you could play Dishonored. Like, that's the thing about these immersive sims. They kind of have longevity as far as, like, if you're looking for something like that, right now, you could list off, like, Prey, Dishonored. You could go play... I mean, we have Deathloop coming up.
I don't think I don't know if Deathloop is specifically... I'm specifically I want more of the immersive sim RPG.
Yeah.
And that specifically isn't something...
You basically want to do a shadow run, just in-game.
Exactly. It's like I want Cyberpunk. I want Bloodlines. You know? I want Knights of the Old Republic. Like, you know, games that I'm not getting. Look, I hope Bloodlines 2 eventually comes out and is good. I really hope.
I mean, we'll see. But does anybody have one more thing before we go?
Spider-Man has a new face.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Anybody feel passionately about that?
No. I want to replay the game on PS5. Like, that's one thing. Like, I wish I could pre-order Miles Morales because I'd pre-order the version that comes with Spider-Man Remastered. Just because, like, I had so much fun with that game. If Miles Morales is a smaller experience and, like, I get... Like, Spider-Man base took me 30 hours. Like, I'd totally be down to do that 30 hours again just because it was such a good game, and having it running at 4K with ray tracing and, like, 60 frames per second and, like, all the advantages that come with running Spider-Man on the PS5. Yeah, I wish I could pre-order that game so I could definitely play that. But, yeah, I don't care that they recast Peter Parker. It just seemed like whoever they had facial capture from before tried to get more money out of them, and they were like, oh,
I thought it was to make it look closer to the actual voice actor.
They say that, but, like, the thing is, the guy
that nigga look like
younger.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like, it...
No, that looks like Tom Holland. They went out and found another white guy that looked exactly like Tom Holland. Now, the other thing about it is that, yeah, like you were saying, he looks younger. Because
Right,
Spider-Man's
but the whole
23.
point,
I thought he
yeah,
was older in that game when I was playing it.
I don't know. I feel like the guy looks 23. Like the new actor looks more like a teenager, and part of the
Yeah,
whole
that's true.
thing of this story is that he's been Spider-Man for a few years. Like this isn't like Spider-Man 1 was not an origin story. It's just picking up like
We all know who Spider-Man is. Let us go do Spider-Man shit as fast as possible. Cool? Let's go.
Right. Like that. That's why I thought he was older. Like, because they said seasoned, and I know Spider-Man still started like when he was really young. Like, how old was Spider-Man when he started?
14.
14. Shit.
Literally, it was. I think it was on like his first high school field trip.
right. So yeah. And this is a Spider-Man that's been through it with Mary Jane. Like
Shit, that's
I
like
just
9 years. That should have aged,
Heck,
man.
went through it with Black Cat too. Like, that's the thing about it.
Happy fucking Halloween! Yo, October's here. Let's go.
October is here, and Trump got the Rona. Like we out here living. Remember, you can follow us all collectively around the internet. CheesyControllerPodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton6 with 3X's Madrid.
Speedwagon X.
Jalen.
Squid Bishop.
All right, this has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by Akuma Santi. Until next time, keep it cheesy.